train, race, pizza. My name is Donato, England Marathon Master and Guinness World Record at marathon distance. Welcome to episode 1 of Fast and Furious 10K series. In this video, I'm going to take you through the story so far, what a typical training week looks like, and also the goals that I'm aiming for as part of this 10K race. In 4 weeks time. I know, so close. So be sure to stick to the very end because there's so much good juicy bits in here, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below what your take is from the information that I'm going through here. Yeah, it's a good one. If you are new here, be sure to follow me on my 4-week journey, the last 4 weeks of training to a 10K race where I'll be hoping to qualify for the England Masters place. Top 3 I have to get in that particular race, so please do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe and share amongst all your friends. Yeah, click that alarm bell. In this 10K series, the hat is very appropriate because I'm really going to have to bring my A game to this race. Not only A game, but even way up there, following yesterday's, the latest park run time trial, 18 minutes 41. I'm going to have to really up that quite considerably over the next 4 weeks of training to see how close I can get to the times that I think I'm going to need to do. So I'm bringing you here to Worcester Racecourse. Whilst I don't plan running as fast as the horses that run at these racecourses, I thought let's get into a race frame of mind because this is an out and out race, you know, proper fast and furious. So let's go and have a sit down and I'll talk you through a bit of the backstory and some of the other details that we need to go through, so we make sure where we're all at, starting at the same points, because it's going to be 4 crunch weeks that we're coming to right now. So let me tell you the story so far. I finished London Marathon on the 2nd of October, just gone, achieving a new Guinness World Record, dressed as a hospital patient, which was only 12 weeks after being in hospital myself. So I was so buzzing, and I'm still buzzing from that amazing achievement. I chatted to so many amazing people throughout the course, before the race, during the race, after the race, had an absolute blast. Following that race, I took a whole week off from running, literally the whole 7 days, 0 running, just walking, recovering nicely. So I started running week commencing the 8th of October, which is basically 8 weeks out from race day that's coming in 4 weeks time. I know, so I've done basically 4 weeks of running, of which 3 weeks of actual training, and that's where I'm at. I'm self-coaching and I'm following a plan from a book that was recommended to me from social media. I had a look through, tweaked the plans. Normally it's a 12-week training plan, and also checked at the mileage, so I'm running a particular mileage for that plan that suits me. The goal is to qualify for England Masters team at 10K. There are normally 3 races in the UK where you can qualify for the England Masters. One that happened a few weeks ago where I looked at the results and they're quite incredible. Yeah, because I'll be racing against my peer. If you don't understand Masters age groups, it's athletes over the age of 40. We race against our peers and it's in 5-year age groups because there's a massive difference in speed, time and quality in those ages. So I'm in the 60 to 64 age group, and get a load of the times at the latest race that happened, the Abbey Dash 10K in Leeds. These were the times achieved by the top 10 people. Basically, I need to run around 35 minutes to guarantee a place for the Masters team. I know, yeah. So do you want to know my current PB is, what race times I'm looking to do? My previous PB was 37 minutes and 52 seconds at the Goodwood race course 2 years ago. In Folkestone was almost be 2 years ago to the day. This year, I've ran the Bognor 10K, literally, which is the only 10K race I've done, and that was literally just under 40 minutes in a time of 39:58. I know, 2 seconds under the 40 minutes. That's the only 10K race I've done this year. So for this particular edition, episode 1, I'm not going to take you on the training runs day by day. I'm going to talk you through the types of training that I do each week, and each week follows a similar pattern. So I'll take you through from Monday through to Sunday of what a typical training week looks like. Monday is a rest day or cross training. So now I've joined the gym. I do enjoy going to the gym and doing some cross training, which for me is on the elliptical and rowing machine. Tuesday is an aerobic type run, and I'll explain more what each types of these runs are at the end. Wednesday is an endurance run. Thursday is rest and cross training again. Friday is intervals, lactate thresholds or VO2 max type training. Saturday is an easy recovery run, and Sunday another endurance type run. So what are all these types of runs that I talked about? Let me take you through each one step by step, and they're all based on percentage of maximum heart rate. I'm not going to talk about how we calculate maximum heart rate and so on. That's for another video. I'm just here to talk you through the training that I'm doing based on these. So there are 5 types of races, all different levels of percentage to maximum heart rate. Starting with number 1, which is recovery. Recovery is at less than 78% of maximum heart rate. Number 2 is general aerobic, which in this book it recommends 70 to 81% of maximum heart rate. 3 is endurance type runs, which it recommends at 74 to 84% of maximum heart rate. Number 4, lactate threshold. Oh, don't you love those? That's at 80 to 91% of maximum heart rate. And then last but not least, number 5, the VO2 max, where you pump it to the max, and that's at 94 to 98% maximum heart rate. So those are the types of runs. What about the amount of mileage or kilometers that I do each week? The book that I've taken my plan from has 3 levels of mileage, and I've opted for 30 to 42 miles training plan, which is 48 to 67 kilometers ish per week, which you may notice from the marathon training I was doing, that's considerably less. Bearing in mind I've also brought in 2 rest days. What I found with the much lower mileage is I find myself much more fresh each and every day that I go into my runs, and that's the purpose of these more impactful training type runs, that I do need to be fresh, not fatigued. So what kind of paces, what times do I need to be looking at in terms of guaranteeing me qualify for England Masters 10k place? As I mentioned at the Leeds Abbey Dash, the guy who came in first in my age category was just over 35 minutes. I know, 35 minutes for a guy in his 60s, incredibly fast. So I'm going to need to run around that time. Now that time equates to, when you look at these graphs and prediction charts, a 5k TT would need to be around 17 minutes and 1 second ish. I know there's lots of variances and so on, because they say that you need to run at a quicker pace at 5k and you're probably slower for the 10k, but it depends where I'm at the moment. But with 4 weeks to go, having done that TT, as I say, at the latest park run, 18 minutes and 41, you could say I'm way off, but then I try and look at it positively. I've got 4 weeks where I can turn this around and hopefully squeeze that time down, where instead of it being 100, 200, 300 seconds off, I can squeeze it down. And if I'm getting it into the tens of seconds off that 35-minute pace, then I'm in with a massive shout. That's the plan. As the saying goes, of all laid plans, is it the best laid plans of mice and men? Finish the quote in the comments below. I've got 4 big weeks of training, and so follow me along on this journey for the next 4 weeks, and let's see how the times can improve. I've got a half marathon coming up in a week's time. Now on the training plan it says 18k at endurance pace, so it's not maximum race pace, so I need to make a call whether I do race that half marathon or just take it as a training run. So it was 18k endurance, 21k is a little bit longer as well, so I may need to tweak that. But in 2 weeks time I have another 5k TT here at the Pitchcroft Park Run, and that will be a great indication as to where I'm at, because that will mean 2 weeks out what can we do. So there's a lot of things up in the air as far as I can see, but I'm going to trust the process and follow the plan, because 4 weeks out, whilst my time may sound a little disappointing, 18 minutes and 41 seconds, which is a good minute and 40 off the pace I need to be, I shouldn't be peaking now, should I? Yeah, so if I'm following a plan, I should be increasing. So fingers crossed, let's hope for the best and see what happens over the next 4 weeks. I'd love to hear your comments. Leave the comments below what you would think if you're aiming for any 10k races, 5ks. What's your take from this video in terms of the types of training runs and so on and so forth, and what you think you can add into the training that you're doing, or maybe take out. For me, I've certainly taken out in terms of the training, you know, not running every day. So the idea is to allow me to rest and recover so I can really put in the effort into those tough sessions, and they are tough. Thank you so much for staying to the very end. I really do appreciate your time watching this and leaving the comments below, and I'm very much look forward to sharing with you the next 4 weeks of training, which, as I've said, let's hope for the qualifying place for England Masters 10k. It'd be a massive achievement, and whatever happens, I know that I'll be a better runner for this, and it'll be onwards and upwards to the training for London Marathon in April 2023. Let's bring the A game, yeah, A game. For those of you who follow American baseball, you may recognize the team, Anaheim Angels, when I was in Los Angeles 6 years ago. Oh, happy days that was, yeah. Just before Frankfurt Marathon, and we know what happened during that marathon. Peace out. A game.